Today in this video I'm gonna show you how to make a lot of coins with a specific method that I've just figured out like not that long ago, pretty much like 2 weeks ago. And the method is called evolution trading, or like evo hype trading. Like, it's not invested in cards like before we get an evolution and then like so after you get the evo. Like, to be honest, the evo doesn't even need to exist, to be honest. Like, it could just, like, the card can just exist. Like, the only thing it needs to be is that the card needs to be like have good potential for evos, like this Due card. I bought this card for probably like, I don't know, 15k. I've sold them for 19k. I've done that with a bunch of, I think I got some of these for like 11k on bid, to be honest. But yeah, and the reason why he went up to 19k is not because an SPC, an evo, not anything like that. It's just because evo hype. I can show you on a website that is called Footbin right now. If we take a look at this Due card, as I just showed you, right? Like, I sold them for about, I think I sold them right here. Like, I just lazy listed them over time, right? Like 17,500 coins. That was his peak, right? And when he was at his peak, people bought him because they thought like, yo, this card is like good for evil. So then they just randomly, one spot of the day, they just felt like, alright, let's buy this card because he's good for evil. So then he just went up, just out of nowhere, to be honest. So if we just take a look at before, he was like 13k. I'm going out of like PC like prices right now, but it's basically exactly the same on console, but the specific prices I'm talking about is PC, but it's basically the same thing. So yeah, and like a card like this goes up and down like a lot. Like, he gets evo hype and then he doesn't get an evo at 6 p.m, so then he goes down in price, but then during the day he like rises again, and you know, yeah, like you see right here, he's up and down a lot. He began at 17k right there, he went down to 14k, and then today, like, he was at 13k, and then he went up again. So it's like a lot of fluctuations. So you can like just see when he's low and like compare to the graph like where he's low, and then just keep him in your transfer list and like lazy list him for like 17k, because like if you buy at 14 or 15k and then lazy list at 17 or 18k, then eventually they are just gonna buy, because it's not a specific reason why they are like rising in price. It's just like people think, oh, this card is good for evos, then you just buy them like out of nowhere, and like it happens like that all the time. Like this guy, 23k at Sunday, then he went down to 15k just because there was no evo of him. So like, I'm just saying, like, you saw right that, like, this was at content, there were content, then after content he went down. So like, before content he's up in price, after content he goes down if he doesn't get an evo. If he does get an evo, then he might rise a little bit more. It's the same thing with this solar card, right? This is the graph of today. If you bought him at 2 a.m. For 15k, you would make a lot of profit, right? Because right now he's 21k, and before content he was like a little bit less than 20k. So if we would say that he didn't get like the SPC that I got today, if we just pretend like that, and he sold like a little bit before content, 19k there and 16k there, like it's a very good like fluctuation. And it's like they just rise because people think like they have good potential for evos or like SPCs or whatever, so then you just buy them. So you gotta just see on the graph when they are low, and then just buy, and then just lazy list them for the price that they usually peak to, and then they'll eventually sell. So then just make easy coins. And like, if you want to find out like which like cards that are the best in these areas, like just go over to Footbin and like just watch all these cards that are right here. Like most of these cards have, or some of these cards have Evo hype. Like one guy that has a lot of Evo hype, Theo Hernandez. Like last month, I think like every single day he went up like 30k before content drop, then he went down 50k, and then he went up 60k, and then after content drop he went down 40k. Like his fluctuations were mad. Like everybody thought like, yeah, invest 50 mil in this Theo Hernandez before 6 p.m. today because he's gonna get an Evo and it'll double your coins. But the Evo have never come out. We have got 2 Evos of Theo Hernandez, and the last one was in like, I don't know, February, March or something like that. And like if you just bought off the content and then wait till the next day, like a little bit before content, then you sell him. So then you make your daily 20k of Theo Hernandez, you know. And then if you just compete, like repeat that every day, then you'll make coins, you know, because of course you can go into content, but then there's the risk if they don't get the Evo, your coins are cooked. If you just get an Evo, you'll double your coins. But if you just every single day like sold this guy before content drop, then you would make an easy 20k. And if you didn't, then you'd risk losing like 30k. So that's the thing. We also got this Vieira card, and this guy has also got crazy fluctuations. He was one shooting away from getting Evo today. I actually have this guy in my club. He's number 1 in trending, and you know he's got crazy fluctuations, especially on PC. Like PC market is like a little bit more crazy in fluctuations maybe compared to console, because like I don't know what it is, but you know 1.5 mil like a little bit before content, maybe a leak or something came out, boom, 2.1 mil, and you know he's still at 1.9. So I mean, if you bought him at 1.5 and then sold at 2.1 before content, or like at content, then you would make your 500k. But like the thing with Vieira is that it's a little bit more risky since he's this expensive. Like if you do it with easier cards like Solar and Due, you know, it's a little bit less risk free because you know what's gonna happen really. Like this guy is like, if something happens and he goes down a lot, then you'll lose 600k, like just like that. Like if you buy him where he is right now, and then he like drops down a little bit if you're on PC, then you have lost like 600k. Like this guy's a little bit risky, to be honest. And yeah, personally I think it's best to just do it with cards that are like, I don't know, a little bit less, not maybe in the millions of coins. I think maybe it's good, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more risky. The same thing with this Rooney card as Sola and Due. Like if we take a look at today, it was 14k before, or like basically like 2 a.m. at night. It was basically that price, and then it went up a little bit by bit, and then before content who were basically 20k, and now it's still like 20k, 21k on PC. So that is just fluctuations, to be honest. And of course we got the Evo today, so you know, we got the SPC today. But if we take a look at other days, like it's the same, 15k here, like 17k here, 2k, or like 1k with tax or whatever. Then you make, if you buy like 100 Roonies at 15 and then sell every single one there, one kit, like that's 100k if you bought 100 of them. And basically like the draft is like pretty much the same with these lower cards, like PC compared to PS4 or PS. But like on the lower cards, it's like the PS market is a little bit like more expensive than PC. But when it comes to the more like higher budget cards, cards like Vieira, basically, like every single time, like the more expensive cards, it's always like PC has a high price. I don't know why it is like that, but it's just the way it is, man. Like it's just like that with the most like meta cards that have like very good like Evo hype. Every single one PC market is more expensive, or like they are more expensive on PC. Just like this Saliba card, like he's already kind of good right now, and he's got crazy evil potential. Like he's much more expensive on PC than PS. Same with Yapstam, not that much. Oh yeah, it is. It was just the SPC that was a little bit different, but yeah. And there's like a lot of cards you can do this with. Like the ones that I've took like an example of is like Dewey Solar, like the cards that are in packs, like those cards like feel a little bit more safe because it's a lot of supply. And to be honest, you could just save this Dewey card like over a long period of time, and just like, because he's in packs right now, so that means that he's kind of down in price. So then if you buy him now and then just wait like 2-3 weeks, then he might get an Evo. It will be out of packs, so it's like less supply, and then you could make coins. But you could just do some fast flips, like just get the coins in and then just move on. Because there's one thing I personally don't like. I don't like holding cards, because like I want to move on. I want to do something with my coins. I don't just want to like let them be at one place and then just wait for forever. Like I'm getting bored, to be honest. But yeah, guys, this was how to make coins with Evo hype. So let me know what more I should do. Follow my TikTok, armo__15. And I might see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.